every revolution, there's one man with a vision.
Hey everybody, Steve here. To paraphrase a quote used by writers normally, good YouTubers borrow, great YouTubers steal. And I saw my friends at the Fandom Nexus do a Doctor Who Christmas special tier list. I watched it. I thought it was great. As a matter of fact, I will leave a link down to their tier list down below in the description. But I thought, I want to do mine. I want to do my own tier list for Doctor Who Christmas specials. Because it's fun. It's Christmas. It's, it's that time of season again. I got the Doctor Who wreath right there that I made. So let's gather around the Yule log. Get ourselves all warm. Get a cozy place to sit. Get a warm beverage like hot chocolate. And let's go through the Doctor Who Christmas tier list. I didn't want to completely steal from them, so I found this other Christmas tier list for Doctor Who, and I'm going to go with it, with the flawless, fantastic, fair, forgettable, and effing not even canon. All right, let's have some fun. First up, the Christmas Invasion. This is David Tennant's first full outing as the Doctor, and I find it flawless. It is a fun adventure, showing off his range, who the Doctor can be in his incarnation. He shows off a very fun side, a very frantic side, and a very focused, almost evil side, which is something that will show up down the road. I guess we can talk about this. The Waters of Mars. At the end of the Waters of Mars, he's very fanatical. He's very, I'm the last Time Lord. I can do whatever I want. I am, the Time Lord Eternal. And he's very full of himself. And you get a glimpse of this, just a glimpse of this in this episode. So, excellent episode. Love watching this when Christmas season comes. I pull out my Doctor Who Christmas box set. Very first one I pull up. Next episode, The Runaway Bride. Now, I'm not a big fan of Catherine Tate. Donna Noble did not do it for me as a character. When this episode first came out, I was fine with it. But the more I watch it, the more she just grades on me. It's just she's very fingernails down a chalkboard for me. So I'm gonna put this episode here in forgettable. Now remember, this is my list, not yours. Your mileage may vary. You can let me know in the comments down below how you would put this one, or where you would rank this one. But for me, it's going in forgettable. All right, next one is the Voyage of the Damned with the Titanic in space and Kylie Minogue. I thought Kylie Minogue did a fantastic job. Like, I'm going to put it here in fantastic. It's a fun episode. Some great stuff going on. It's a great adventure. The Doctor is portrayed a little more godlike than I would like to see him. I know as the series progressed, they played up the Doctor as being almost godlike, but I didn't like that much. I mean, yeah, he's infinitely smarter than anybody on planet Earth. But the speech he makes towards the end about how he's going to save everybody just seemed a little over the top for me, and it just didn't do it. now we come to RTD's victory lap. Instead of just letting the 10th Doctor go at the end of Journey's End, he had to have a couple specials to extend his Doctor Who career. And the first of them was the next Doctor, Dave Morris. Now, we all knew that there was going to be 4 specials. So, calling this the next Doctor, it didn't do anything for me. It didn't like, oh no, this is the next Doctor? No, it didn't do anything for me. Maybe casual fans, they thought David Tennant was going to, regenerate in this one. I knew he wasn't. We all knew he wasn't. It's not a bad episode. It's okay. I'm going to put it in the fair. It's middle of the road for me. It's not fantastic or flawless. It's not something, but it's not forgettable either. It's middle of the road. It's meh. Next up, we have The End of Time, Part 1. Now, I know there's Part 2, and that showed up on New Year's. But the End of Time, Part 1. I loved it. I thought it was great. I'm a big fan of the Master. I like the way John Sim played the Master. It was a little touchy-feely towards the end for me. But still, it's going in the flawless category. It's one I can watch over and over and over again and be happy with. So next we get into the Moffat era and the 11th Doctor. And it brings us to A Christmas Carol. Now, if there's one thing Moffat seemed to do that RTD didn't, he was a lot more storybook fantasy type guy. He would take already, things like The Christmas Carol, and he'd twist them to make them into a modern Doctor Who storytelling thing. But then again, Moffat did that with Sherlock. He did that with Jekyll and Hyde. He loved to take already great stories and twist them. And here he does a great twist on the Christmas Carol. Amy and Rory, it's their honeymoon. He takes them on a cruise. Things don't go well. We meet a Scrooge-type character. There's flying fish and sharks and things, and it's very Christmassy. It's a very storybook Christmas that I find fair. If I watch it, great. If I don't watch it, it's no big loss. Don't really care. Next up, The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe. This happens to be one my whole family watches. Me, my wife, and my daughter. We all love this. My wife gets teary-eyed every time she watches this. I mean, every time she watches this. It could be the middle of summer when this comes on, and she'll get all teary-eyed. I'm putting in flawless because I think it's the best Matt Smith Christmas episode, in my opinion. All right, now we come to The Snowmen, where the Doctor is getting over the loss of Amy and Rory. He's kind of trying to be solitary. He meets Souffle Girl, Clara. Can't figure out how she was on that Dalek planet and here. It's a mystery. We all know the Doctor loves a good mystery. I'm going to put in fantastic, because I thought it was fun. We meet a lot of new characters. His frozen heart is melted by Clara and this mystery, and it sets up the rest of the 7th series, seeing as how the first half was Amy and Rory until they get, wiped out by the Leaping Angels. And this is a good cutoff point for the ending of that, and the Clara as a companion go. So yeah, fantastic. I'm a fan of it. Alright, so then we come to the time of the Doctor. This is Matt Smith's swan song. This is where he leaves. He regenerates into Peter Capaldi. I'm putting it fantastic and flawless. I love it. It is the 50th anniversary. Well, no, it wasn't the 50th. It was the episode after the 50th anniversary. That in itself is a flawless episode. Love it. Matter of fact, my daughter and I just watched that a few weeks ago. At her request, she wanted to watch it. So we watched that, and with the time of the Doctor, I know a lot of people don't like the whole new set of regenerations, but I recall an interview with Moffat saying how this episode was going to help carry the Doctor into the next 50 years. And I couldn't figure out what he meant by that, but then with the whole new set of regenerations, okay, I get it. Good deal. And see, it's sci-fi, it's whatever you do with it, and seeing as how I thought the show was going to be going in a great direction, I'm fine with it. More Doctor Who is better than no Doctor Who. At least back then it was. So, the time of the Doctor, flawless. Now we move into Peter Capaldi's Christmas specials, and the first one is Last Christmas. I found Last Christmas to be problematic. It had Nick Frost as Santa. There's elves. There were face-hugging aliens that messed with your head. And, people were. Was it reality? Was it not reality? Again, Moffat loves to just tinker with things and just overdo things, and I think he overdid this one just a bit. I'm going to put this one down in forgettable. For the Christmas episodes, I usually skip this one. Not a big fan. Now, next up is the Husbands of River Song. This one, I absolutely love. I remember watching this in the movie theater. They had a special showing, I think it was on a Wednesday or a Thursday. My wife heard me talking about it. She goes, why don't you go watch it? Go watch the movie. Have fun. So I got a night off. I went and watched it. It's fantastic. I think it's great. I know a lot of people were getting tired of seeing River Song. Moffat did a lot with River in the Matt Smith era. I think, because he kind of created the character, and she did, people liked her early on. I think he figured he could just have her in as many as he wanted to, and I think he might have put her in a bit too many. I think he relied on that character a little too much. But this one, the Husbands of River Song, great. The Return of Dr. Mysterio. This is a superhero episode. The Doctor inadvertently creates a superhero, and he has to help him do some stuff. It's forgettable, in my opinion. Not very good. And last but not least is Twice Upon a Time, where the current Doctor, Capaldi, meets the first Doctor, David Bradley, who doesn't play, I think David Bradley was a fine choice for taking over for the first Doctor. I liked the episode, but I didn't love the episode. This is where the Doctor unfortunately dies. whatever is spawned out of him afterwards is not the Doctor. It is a malevolent cosmic entity that pretends to be the Doctor, but it's not. So I'm going to put that episode right here in fair. And there you go with that one. That is my personal Doctor Who Christmas special tier list. Like I said at the beginning, your mileage may vary. You may disagree with me. You may agree with me. But I would love to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments. You don't have to give me your whole tier list. Just what you think, some of the ones that maybe you think I misplaced, or the ones you think that I didn't put high enough, or I put too high. Let me know. And hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas season, and I will see you guys soon.